Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Macca here. Welcome to the final video for As Dusk Falls. I'll be taking you through all of the achievements possible in Chapter 6, hopefully helping you mop up the 1000 gamer score. I'm going to warn you again, if you do try to go through the story and pick different options, I would highly recommend creating a new save instead of overwriting your save or exploring. Now, a little bit into the chapter, we'll reach a checkpoint called Entered the National Park, and we'll be able to choose between 3 achievements here: Almost Made It, Into the Wild, and Freebird, although your ability to do each one will depend vastly on your previous choices. First off, we can grab Into the Wild for escaping the FBI into Canada, and this is available if you entered the national park and Jay and Vanessa are together. You can use the auto-generated chapter for Chapter 6 if you need to do this as you're mopping up. Once you get to the national park, Mr. Dorland will show up with the FBI, and all you'll need to do is successfully complete all of the QTEs. In some cases during this scene, Vanessa will get taken away, but it doesn't matter if she does. After completing the successful QTEs, choose to jump into the waterfall in order to unlock the Into the Wild achievement. And if you still have Vanessa, you can choose either option. Now, another achievement we can get is called Almost Made It for getting arrested at the border crossing. And there are a lot of different ways to get this, but the most universal way that's available for everyone is that you'll make it to the forest with Vanessa, and at this point you will either be allowed to surrender or you will automatically flee. If you do flee, just fail all of the QTEs when you're almost falling off the cliff, and then the FBI agent will come and save you and you'll be arrested. This will unlock the achievement for you. You can also choose to surrender if given the option, but that's only available in certain circumstances. Next up, we can get the Freebird achievement, where the forest ranger lets Jay escape to Canada. Again, sorry for putting so many things on your screen, but a lot of things have to happen for this opportunity. First of all, Jay and Vanessa have to go their separate ways at the end of Chapter 5. This means that you will reach the national park alone. It's okay if you're pursued or not pursued, but if this happens, you should meet the forest ranger. Now, once you meet the forest ranger, there will be a pretty lengthy conversation, and on the first crossroads, you want to choose to surrender. Now, if you've killed someone, the forest ranger should let you know that, and then they will arrest you. Unfortunately, you will not be able to unlock this achievement. However, if Jay is innocent and you surrender, they'll have a long conversation where the forest ranger lets him go free. And this is how you grab the Freebird achievement, one of the rarest paths in the game. Unfortunately, if he does arrest you, you will end up going to prison, and you'll have to go back in your story tree and play the game from the moment you did something bad, and just make sure that you only choose the good decisions onward. If I find any shortcuts to make this faster, like using an auto-generated chapter, I'll make sure to leave a comment in the YouTube description to save you some time. Now, at the end of the game, you'll basically have a ton of different options between how the game ends. If Jay made it to Canada, you can choose between breaking bread or Most Wanted. However, if Jay is surrendered and in prison, you can get the Enough is Enough achievement, and in some circumstances you can get the Stay of Execution achievement. Let's go through them one by one. Now, in order to get the Breaking Bread achievement, Zoe and Jay must have dinner together, and for this the condition is that Jay made it to Canada. There are a couple of different routes that you can get you here, but during the first crossroad in the conversation, choose I Don't Hate You when Zoe replies to Jay. A little bit later on, they'll continue talking, and Jay will ask you if he's broken. Here, you'll have to choose No, You're Not. At this point, Jay will invite Zoe for dinner, and because of these decisions, she will automatically agree, unlocking the Breaking Bread achievement. Now, for the Most Wanted achievement, Zoe has to report Jay to the authorities. So at the end of the chapter, if Jay has made it to Canada, either by escaping the FBI and jumping from the waterfall, or by the park ranger allowing him to leave because he hasn't been violent, you will end up with this ending. Here, they'll have a long conversation, and Zoe must choose Your Family Ruined My Life at the crossroads decision. At this point, Jay will notify you that there is a signal booster on the roof and that he will surrender if you want to call it in. You'll be given another crossroads where you'll take out your phone, and here you'll want to choose Turn Him In to get this ending and unlock the achievement. Now the next achievement is called Enough is Enough, and this is unlocked if Zoe doesn't stay for Jay's execution. For this, Jay must be arrested or he must surrender earlier on in the chapter. This will end with him in prison. You can fail the QTEs while you're being chased by the FBI and Mr. Dorland if you are in the park with Vanessa. Alternatively, the park ranger can arrest you if you've done something violent, or if you try to flee, he'll arrest you if you surrender at the end. In order to unlock this, what I did was I said that Jay was looking out for me, and then when he requested that I stay for the execution, I chose No More Trauma. This will allow Zoe to leave to unlock this achievement. Last but not least, we have the Stay of Execution achievement, and this is for having Jay's execution called off at the last second. For this one, Jay must be in prison, as I explained earlier. You'll have to be arrested or surrender. And then during the execution, it will only be called off if Jay did not kill anyone throughout the entire game. I believe that this means that Vince and Michelle have to survive. You cannot bury the stranger alive in Chapter 3. You cannot shoot the cop in the forest in Chapter 4. You shouldn't fight Todd in Chapter 5. And you did not run over the officer in Montana in Chapter 6. If you have done one of these things and want to grab this achievement, you'll have to go back in your story tree to before you committed the violent act and play forward into the story without committing any further violent acts. If you do meet all of these conditions, Jay will be spared and you'll unlock this achievement, ending the game. Thank you so much for watching this video series. Drop a like, share the video with a friend. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show, and hopefully I see you soon. Peace.